The official trailer for the 7th season provided us first look on a lot of events that will finally take place in Game of Thrones universe, and beside Jon and Tormund running for their lives somewhere beyond the wall, one of the most noticeable shots from that trailer is the Unsullied pouring in the Lannister stronghold and battling against Lannister soldiers. After 6 seasons of preparations, Daenerys Targaryen will finally arrive home and will start her conquest over Westeros with support of her most trusted advisors, with her 2 armies, 3 dragons, and with her 3 allies. While ever since the season 6 finale provided us an amazing scene of Daenerys finally leading her forces across the narrow sea, we all have been wondering about her next move, but the official trailer gave us an answer on that question. Daenerys will land on Dragonstone and from there will start her conquest over Westeros. Beside her leading the Dothraki horde to set an ambush on the Lannisters and Tarly's forces that will be heading home upon conquering Highgarden and defeating Tyrell army, Daenerys will also focus her intentions on the Westerlands. The Westerlands is one of the constituent regions of the Seven Kingdoms, ruled from the castle of Casterly Rock by House Lannister. As you can see in numerous shots from the official trailer, the Unsullied will attack and most probably conquer the ancestral stronghold of House Lannister that is located on the western coast of Westeros. If you're wondering why is it so important for Daenerys to conquer the Lannister stronghold, let me explain it to you in a few sentences. After an ambush on Jaime Lannister, Randyll Tarly and their forces, despite being outnumbered, Jaime with Bronn's help will manage to escape in the heat of the battle and seek his refuge at Casterly Rock. However, Jaime won't stay too long over there, but it will be more than enough for Daenerys to figure out that the Lannisters won't be defeated anytime soon if they have a place to run and to seek their refuge once their current position is attacked. Before the final blow on King's Landing, before Daenerys decides to send all her forces on the capital and the largest city of the Seven Kingdoms, Daenerys will firstly assure that Cersei and Jaime have nowhere to run once the King's Landing and Cersei's reign falls. Daenerys will send her army, the Unsullied, to conquer Casterly Rock, a castle which upon Tywin's death should have been Tyrion Lannister's, but as he has been declared guilty of regicide and fled across the narrow sea, Cersei Lannister currently stands as the new Lady of Casterly Rock. You're probably wondering right now, how will the Unsullied manage to conquer one of the most formidable and well-defended castles in all of Westeros? Even Visenya Targaryen, the sister and wife of Aegon the Conqueror that helped him in his invasion and conquest of Westeros 3 centuries before the events of the series, is said to have been grateful that Lorne Lannister, the last of the Lannister kings of the Rock, rode to war instead of seeking refuge in Casterly Rock, as the Rock may have withstood even Dragonflame. However, there are a few possibilities on how the Unsullied will manage to conquer Lannister's stronghold. The first possibility includes Tyrion Lannister and his knowledge about Casterly Rock that might help Daenerys to conquer it, which actually might have been foreshadowed throughout the series. While Tyrion's brother became the youngest Kingsguard in history, and while his sister became the queen at 19, in the 2nd season of Game of Thrones, Tyrion told Varys that as soon as he reached manhood, he was put in charge of all drains and cisterns in Casterly Rock. Instead of complaining, Tyrion did his job as best as he could, which we know from his conversation with Varys. He said, "Water never flowed better, and all the feces found its way to the sea." It's highly possible that while doing his job, Tyrion discovered a secret passage inside the rock, and that he will be the one to open the gates from inside the rock while the Unsullied are waiting outside, which would actually explain why the gates are open for the Unsullied in the official trailer. Beside being foreshadowed and beside matching with the gates being open for the Unsullied, this outcome would also match with Lan the Clever and the tales surrounding his character. According to legend, Lan the Clever swindled Casterly Rock from its previous rulers using nothing but his wits. While some stories say that Lan found a secret tunnel into Casterly Rock and snuck around inside, causing intrigue between the Casterlys until they killed each other, it's most likely that Tyrion will only use the secret passage inside the rock and will open the gates for the Unsullied to kill remaining Lannister soldiers. While this is the most possible explanation of the Unsullied conquering Casterly Rock, there are 2 more possibilities, but not that likely to happen. Second possibility is that Tyrion won't have anything to do with the Unsullied pouring inside the Casterly Rock. There's a possibility that upon defeating the Lannisters' forces in an ambush, Daenerys will simply decide that the Lannisters don't have enough forces to defend their stronghold and will send half of her forces on Casterly Rock. While it is possible that Dany would manage to conquer Casterly Rock just as Theon managed to conquer Winterfell because of the lack of defending forces, the gates being wide open is not going in favor to this theory. However, there's still a third possibility, which would be Cersei setting an ambush on Daenerys' forces. There's a possibility that the gates are wide open and the Lannister stronghold is being poorly defended only because it's all Cersei's plan. Cersei's plan would be to let the Unsullied conquer Casterly Rock, which is matching with the gates being wide open and with the lack of defending forces. Cersei would then kill the Unsullied, destroy half of Daenerys' forces with wildfire, which would surely be a huge twist, but is it really accurate and is it highly possible outcome? No, which a shot of Tyrion knocking down the Lannister lion on the painted table at Dragonstone is confirming, the Lannister stronghold will be conquered. In conclusion, the Unsullied, most likely with, or even without Tyrion's help, will manage to conquer Casterly Rock. Daenerys will conquer the Lannister stronghold, leaving Cersei without an opportunity to seek refuge and run over there once Daenerys decides to attack King's Landing. This Dany's conquest over Casterly Rock was actually foreshadowed by Daenerys Naharis in the final episode of the 6th season, as he proposed to Dany to lead the Second Sons and take Casterly Rock so that Lannisters would have nowhere to run.